Marcellus, I'll start with you. Does Ciara deserve credit for Russell Wilson's new image and new contract?
No, absolutely not. No shots at Ciara, who I truly respect, truly liked as an artist. Even at one time, way before younger days, I was like, man, she is amazing. Amazing. But, I don't speak about somebody's wife, so respect to that family unit. That said, Russell Wilson's image is the exact same in terms of landing in the locker room to the former players, to the people I think who look at him. It's the exact same image, and let's say what that is. Russell Wilson's only cool to people who aren't cool. Like, that's just what it is. He was like that before. He's like that right now. And if you think something's changed, that's probably because you didn't know of Russell Wilson before Ciara, so you think this is something. But this is the same guy. Guess who that guy is? The guy who goes out there and does all the right things and then is going to say all the right things. Just that simple. And I like Russell Wilson. He's not cool. And that's the coolest thing about him. He's not trying to be conventional, traditional, culturally cool. There are a lot of people out there raising their hand and trying to be that person.
Hey, Marcellus. We got a deal. He ain't trying to be cool.
You don't think that's...
He's laying in bed with gold chain. He ain't trying to be cool.
You know what? I'm going to revise what I'm not just kidding. No, I will say this. Look, they've worked together well. Look, there's some image changing, and if you want to say some image changing, it happened more with Ciara than it did with Russell Wilson. Think about her history, her past, being a baby mother, a future, all that kind of stuff. She is now looked at as wholesome, and really a great thing.
They both winning.
But all you can say for Russell Wilson, what you're going to say, or maybe some people will say is, oh, he's looking cooler. He's trying to be cooler. But guess what? It's landing in the same exact place. And respect for him to letting his wife have some influence, but I don't think it's changing really his image.
Yeah, I believe she's helped change in the way he's viewed. When you go back to when he first got into the league, Richard Sherman, I mean, no disrespect at all, but they had me thinking that Russell Wilson was a cornball. They really did. The way they would talk to him, and he would finish every interview with, "Go Hawks."
He just did again.
But when you
what?
In a different voice,
number one, who's going to bed with 4 chains on? Who's, hey, Seattle, we got a deal. Now let's go back to sleep.
TJ.
Would you have thought he would have done that 3-4 years ago?
I will. No.
Before he got with Ciara?
No, but I will say this.
So that means that's part of the image change that she's helped crafted and helped him out with that.
She used to somebody go to bed with 4 chains. Maybe more than that. Future over golden in the bed.
They've complimented each other. Before he got married to Ciara, only thing that we ever saw of Russell Wilson was doing football interviews and finishing with the Go Hawks. Now he's outside of that realm in the entertainment world, and he's not looked at as a cornball, how his teammates at least gave us that perception that he was.
No, you see, that's when you got lost. Here's the thing. The teammates who said that, they gone. Now, he won the battle of who's going to stay here.
But
who's
did they not give
voice.
you the perception that Russell, as you said, wasn't cool?
I think Russell's the same guy. I knew he was never cool, quote-unquote cool, and I like
what
that.
What he just did last night.
That's cool? Was that cool?
Yes,
come on,
I'm
man.
You why, Marcellus.
And that voice?
No, Marcellus.
What was it, 1970?
Late at night?
Marcellus.
That was cool?
Marcellus, I'm going to tell you why, man.
Why that's cool?
He won the biggest chess game to be played. Seattle, April 15th, had my money. And he just laid in bed. They had my money, Seattle.
Yeah.
We good, Seattle.
He backed Seattle in a corner.
They just broke all protocol. That's not how they handle. He gave him a deadline and demands and told him. And you would have never thought Russell Wilson and his woman would sit there and say, look, we're going to bounce up out of here. And have everybody believing it was a possibility.
Right.
And then he goes, I was just bluffing.
But see,
wanted this money
y'all got
on
caught.
My schedule.
The cosmetics got y'all. He put on that makeup after the fact. You think Russell Wilson walked in there with that level of gangster? What has been his weapon of choice all this time? Being corny. Being the guy who's going to do all the right things, say all the right things. Don't act like the gold chain Russell Wilson walked up into that office and said, give me my money on the 15th. That's not how that works.
I don't care what
years
he was wearing.
Years
he
and years.
He just punked them.
No,
he's the
he didn't.
highest paid on his timeline. April 15th, have my money.
You know, guys, you know the NFL. You say I want this contract by April 15th if I'm never signing a long-term deal. they fold like that?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
That's a damn
Hold on.
good look.
Did Aaron
in
Rodgers
any
get paid with 2 years left on his contract, the highest
Total
paid before this?
different guy.
Hold
Total
on,
different
hold
guy.
on, hold
Total
on. Did he
different
overcool it to get it done?
But did he give him
Danica
a
Patrick get
deadline? Did he say, if you don't give me this extension, I'm never signing a
Marcellus,
contract
you can't
here?
tell me that don't play in the locker room, man. Guys, he just told you, on my time, have my money.
You know what?
Never broke character. His wife played the bad guy. That plays in the locker room.
It plays in the locker room where, let's quote Antonio Brown, when everybody else ain't got paid, guess what? That plays. If Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, them boys were still there, that ain't gonna play the same. Matter of fact, it won't even be executed.
It would not play the same, but they not there, so now it's like...
That's why I say he won the war against them, and he didn't win it being cool. He won the war against Seattle in terms of getting the contract, not by being cool. Look, I get what you're saying. We're getting to the same place, but a different way.
Hey, what do you think Richard Sherman and those guys, when they saw that, what do you think they thought when they see that?
They thought that he won.
Here, I'm going to just say...
Respect to him, as we always want somebody to get paid.
Let's take cool off the table.
Okay, please.
Because I think what what TJ's saying and I'm saying is that cornball is another word for punk. And Russell Wilson just, I ain't no punk now.
Hold on.
And again, that will never be questioned again. Somebody to do the NFL, like that does not happen. You got to do what AB did and go play on some busted team somewhere to get that kind of money. This man is the highest paid quarterback and player in the NFL on his timeline. That's some player stuff, Marcellus.
Let's not conflate all of these elements. One, you can be corny and get paid. And it's okay to be corny in the first place. Like Russell.
I'm not saying there's nothing
yes,
wrong
that
with
is so
corny.
true. But can you give them a deadline and say, I want my money April 15th. If you do not give it to me, I'm never signing a long-term contract.
He didn't say that.
Here.
He said, I'm going to shelf this. And have we not heard that hundreds of times?
He had everybody yesterday. We was just talking. He may leave to New York.
He said, I will shelf this until after the season.
And he nuanced it by saying,
y'all turn that
I
into
might
gangster.
take less.
Huh?
I might take less to go somewhere else, but I ain't taking less to stay in Seattle.
All reports from others but him. If he's so gangster, why didn't it come out his mouth before the 15th? Go.
Because he played
He
the
can't
game.
destroy his own image.
I thought you gangster.
He played the game. He is.
He
Marcellus.
won the
Stop.
game, but stop saying he played the cool game
Let
and
me
won
ask
it.
you. Let me ask you this.
What?
Does he need another Super Bowl to justify this contract? And as much, I think he does.
No, he doesn't. He's smart. Now, he's smart. Y'all can go about this cool. We shelving cool and corny. Smart? Hell yeah. He has learned from some of the smart greats of yesterday of how to go after a contract in terms of managing expectations and getting all your money. I remember this in 1999. I was a defensive end looking around the landscape, who's getting paid, who's not getting paid. And one Michael Strahan went out there and signed a 4-year, $32 million deal. And I said, damn, Strahan is great. He could get longer and more money. Why is he doing 4 years, 32? Because as soon as you blink, he right back at that table said, I got all that money, give me more. Russell Wilson has learned from the guys who did it like that. Even a Kirk Cousins, who's not as great, signed a 3-year, fully guaranteed basic deal. Guess what that means? Nobody's talking about Minnesota, which was a game away winning the Super Bowl. He doesn't have to win a Super Bowl. He's going to be back at the negotiation table right before it even stops. And on top of that, he's going to get all his money. Those 4 years, there's no trade clause. Russell Wilson is not dealing with absurd expectations. This was a smart play on both levels.
He has to win a Super Bowl. He has to make it exciting. He has to bring a brand of football. Seattle has been a run-first team. Mm-hmm. That's going to change. When you make your quarterback the highest-paid player in the NFL, that's going to change now. So the way he plays and his style of play is going to have to change. It's going to have to be very exciting. Seattle's going to have to become must-see TV if he does not win a Super Bowl.
Why? I don't see how.
Well, anytime you're given this type of contract, they want that return. And that return is excitement and or Super Bowls.
The narrative, though, Marcellus, I think is my argument and TJ's in terms of, look at Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Nobody's satisfied. One's not enough. Your talent says you should have won more. We just heard Brett Favre say it. Well, again, even without talent, when your contract, you're the highest paid player, the media narrative and the expectations of the fans is, all right, this guy's going to bring us another Super Bowl. He's the highest paid guy in the league. And I just think, again, will Seattle be satisfied, the organization keeping Russell Wilson at this price, whether he wins a Super Bowl or not? Absolutely. Great kid, great quarterback, the whole nine. But will the media narrative start to be, hey, man, you got to deliver. You're the highest paid guy. We need another Super Bowl out of you. I think so.
I don't think so. I think the game has changed. One, this is a guy playing with house money in terms of I gave y'all 2 Super Bowl opportunities and won one on the low, on the cheap. So I got some equity built in. So whatever happens, happens. Point. 2, Aaron Rodgers just was given this highest contract that was beat by Russell Wilson, and they hadn't been in the Super Bowl since 2010, 2011.
He takes some heat.
But he doesn't take heat because he hasn't won another Super Bowl. They just saying, like you said, can y'all win some more? Can y'all get into the playoffs? You just said that. Like
Brett Favre just said they should have won more, and he meant Super Bowls. He means they should win another.
Look, you can say he meant that, but I think Brett Favre went far enough to say exactly what he meant. He didn't say Super Bowls. That's not that difficult to say Super Bowls. Win more means get into the damn playoffs,
just bring
right?
some excitement. Bring some excitement to
that.
Seattle.
Don't be sorry. Be Russell Wilson.
Exactly.
You are box office already. Don't do more. He's already been criticized by his own coach at times. Russell tries to do too much. I don't think now you give him the money and say, now go do too much. I think he's going to have the same expectations and genius move to only do 4 years. Because guess what? He'll be 34 when it's over.
Get him again.
Aaron Rodgers just got the highest contract at 34. His agent needs a raise. He mapped that on perfectly in terms of the calendar of what to get and expectations and how to manage them.
Last point, that when I heard this last night and saw the numbers, it was big to me just because, look, I'm a defender of football. I think there's a negative narrative on football, particularly as it pertains to race, as it pertains to Colin Kaepernick. I think this contract and him ascending to the highest paid quarterback in the league, the first time we've had a black quarterback in that spot since 2002, I think it's a significant moment for black quarterbacks.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I didn't look at it through that lens when this occurred. I didn't even think about the racial component. But in part, it's because I lived through an era and played against Donovan McNabb when he got the $100 million. Dante Culpepper when he was paid and got $100 million. Michael Vick, not only just once, but twice. And here's the gangster of it. The second one was after prison. Whoa. Hold on. You got 2 100s and then one of them at jail? Man, right then I was like, this black quarterback narrative is gone. If Michael Vick is able to do that, so when Russell Wilson did it, I was just looking like, okay, that's just another one. But in terms of there's really been that much adversity or resistance to the black quarterback, in terms of compensation, that's long been behind me.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it either. But if you look at it, there's 5 African-American starting quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton,
Lamar Jackson.
Now, Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins, which they should be first-round picks next week. That's a
Dak
quarter.
Prescott's another starter.
That's a quarter of the league would be black quarterbacks. And so the black quarterback used to have a narrative of, oh, they're really athletic, but they're just not smart enough, or they're just too athletic to play in the pocket. That's changed. So when I saw this contract, I did not even think about it. When I saw the question, I said, you do have a point, that it is significant because it's shown that a black quarterback can not only be a black quarterback, you can lead a franchise and you can be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And so, yeah, it has to be significant.
For me, I just want the narrative to be to young people, there's great opportunity out there. Play the game the right way, and you can reach Russell Wilson status, Patrick Mahomes status, MVP of the league. Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins going to be the first 2 quarterbacks taken in the draft. I think we need to sell the opportunity more than, oh, my God, the league is against you. Because these kids will run out there and get that opportunity once they know it's out there. Sure.